Hello, collective. How are you? All right. Tomorrow is the winter solstice, so I want to do a reading for it because this year I am doing things a little bit different when it comes to my own personal celebrations, so I'm quite excited. I am going to make a video about that, and if you can see over here, I'll show you. I'll be talking about this bad boy that I put together the other day. It's my ancestor altar, but I also made it like a seasons altar as well. So if you're interested in that, I will be, I was just told to keep that. I've already prayed a little bit before I jumped on here, just so you guys know. I'm gonna pray a little bit more. I was stopped in the middle of my prayer to put together this, oops, I didn't know that this was supporting this. Hold on, 1 second, don't fall on me. Okay. So if you see smoke, this is why. Do a little clearing for you guys, right? Today I'm utilizing as a clearing day before the winter solstice, and then Thursday I am going to be fasting and meditation a lot of the day. But I was called in the middle of my prayer to stop and make this. So I have rosemary, I have Palo Santos, which you can't turn this, and Palo Santos there, the end of the thing. And then I have 2 different kinds of sage. I have a sage that I harvested when I was in Utah, when my mother was in the hospital. And then I have a white sage that I get at this shop that's like 3 hours away from me. And I actually forgot to get some this year. I just realized that. So there's that. Yeah, so I think that this is symbolic. I just heard symbolic to resetting your energy right now. Utilizing the winter solstice to reset your energy, reset your thoughts, resetting your belief systems, traditions, kind of like what I'm doing this year, right? With all of this, really celebrating the winter solstice this year and kind of utilizing that. I'm celebrating Christmas and stuff with my family, but this is more of my own personal, for me type of thing. I'm also doing a Yule log this year. I'm quite excited. I've never done one before. But for those of you who don't know, Yule actually starts on the winter solstice every single year. So I was thinking about doing a Yule log. I think that would be a really cool tradition to kind of start. So that should be exciting. I'm going to go ahead and finish this prayer, but I do want to say that the first card out is teachability, and it's also a 10. So things are coming to an end. These old belief systems, these old thought patterns, these old habits are being, karmic cycles are being closed right now, very largely within the collective. So it's a really very exciting time. It can be a little bit challenging because now you're also at a new beginning, and new beginnings, it's a lot of learning, which is a perfect time and season to do that since we are in hibernation and research season. So if you're being called, if you are wanting to do any type of smudging ceremonies, any type of clearing of your house, if you're really getting down and dirty and like cleaning the things that you would normally wait until the spring to clean, utilize that energy right now. it's going to help you bring in newness. It's going to help you feel renewed. It's going to help you to move some energy that maybe you're lacking in with in other parts of your disciplines. Right? Okay, let's go ahead and finish this prayer. And I'm told to put this card back. So I'm going to put this back in the deck. Whew. Here we are. Hello, collective. Mother God, Father God, Heavenly Spirit, I thank you so much for connecting me with the collective. I pray that any messages I receive in the way in which you intend for me to receive them. I pray that I am able to communicate to the collective in the way in which you deem worthy at this time. I pray that any messages I receive are for our highest good, abundance, sustenance, prosperity, creativity, and legacy building at this time. Mother God, Father God, Heavenly Spirit, I pray that any visions that I may get, I am able to see and decipher and discern them clearly to the collective. I pray that anything that I may hear clearly in the way in which you deem worthy. I am humbly your servant. And I choose you at this time. Every time. Who are we kidding? Every time. Not this time. It's every fucking time, right? All right. In Yeshua name, amen. I'm getting this message of collective. There's a need for you to make a choice. And I'm really getting this vibe of like God is... I keep doing this with my hands. I have no idea why. Like, and this is, to me, this can be prayer, togetherness, connection. God's praying and wishing that you choose God first. That if there's an issue that's arising, pray on it. If there's something that you are struggling with, pray on it. Like, if you're going through some really bad hardships right now and you find yourself feeling alone and emotional, ask God to wrap itself around you, right? And you'll feel that. And a simple prayer of asking for that is actually going to uplift your faith even higher at this time. It's really super important that your faith is high, that your faith is full and overflowing, right? It's not just for you, but you're so grateful for the things that you do have and the awareness that you're coming into, that you're overflowing and sharing and renewing your energy and faith, but also renewing other people's energy and faith. Because as you speak it and as you have that passion with what you're saying, I literally can see someone's voice, the energy from someone's voice going and moving somebody that's receiving that energy. All right. You might be feeling this from somebody else in the collective right now too. I'm really loving this, like, the whole setup. I was kind of irritated earlier because I have another burner that I set candles on, and I was worried about this one getting hot, but it's actually not, which is really nice. But I have this other one. I'm just in love with this right now. I have this other one that is glass, and I could have swore I had it in my desk. And I went in to grab it to do this in, and I can't find it, but I really like the way this looks. I like the way it's open too. I actually might just use that, and it's off the floor. It doesn't get too hot. That's the thing with those coal burners. Sometimes they get too hot and you can't move what it is that you are burning it in. All right, I got lost in what I was saying earlier, so then I came out of it when I looked at that. So here we are. Hello, collective. We're doing a winter solstice read right now. If you're wondering what I'm using this bad boy. It's a lip balm that I make at the ascendinglifestyle.com website. You can order some of this. It does come in a package with the sugar scrub. It's part of the winter hydration line. I will say though, I'm not a fan of these labels. I don't know why it's not focusing. Let's see if I can get it to focus on this. I don't know why it's not focusing. Whatever. But I'm not a fan of these labels. These labels are peeling off. So I'm thinking that I'm going to try, for my next batch, I'm going to try clear labels. Kind of figure out if it's the packaging or if it's actually the label, how I can improve that. The winter hydration line is the very first line at ascendinglifestyle.com. So if you guys are interested, you can use the winter hydration. It's a code for 10% off. I will actually put that in the description box below. I will open that up to you guys. So if you're watching this and you're this far in, you can use that code, get 10% off. And then I'm very open to feedback at this time. Like I said, this is the first line for the company. So it's very exciting. I have some different ideas coming up. I'm actually gonna make an oil today and test it for 6 weeks and see if I wanna put it up for sale. I gotta test it on myself first though, because that's what I do. All right, let's get back to this. It's my little shameless plug right there. All right. I know I said yes, okay. I know I said renewal earlier and the first card out. Actually, we have 2 7s on the board already. 4 7s. Right, so we got rest and renewal. So this is 7, and then this was at the bottom of the deck. All right, overflow and what is this? Overflow, overwhelm and plenty. But since this fell off, I want to talk about this first. So I did mention renewal energy right now, right? If you're feeling very much like you just want to lay down, allow yourself to lay down, collective. There is growth in that. I'm getting growth because of all the flowers that are on this card. There's growth in that right now. But then how I was talking about earlier, when you have the inspiration to clean and to whatever it is that you are creating right now, because the inspiration card is out too, right? Whatever it is that you're having the inspiration to create right now, allow that energy to be the renewal energy. Capitalize on that. I talked earlier about my cup being overflowing, right? And because I'm overflowing with gratitude and faith, right? We got overflow. Because I'm overflowing, my cup is overflowing with gratitude and faith and love for what it is that is happening right now. Allow that energy to, I heard flow freely. Whether that be with the way that you are maneuvering on a day-to-day basis, or whether it be with the way that you're communicating. You're having this free-flowing form of communication. You're no longer questioning what it is that you should or shouldn't say in front of certain types of people, whether they had judged you in the past. for what it is, that how it is that you live your life. There's no longer this, I don't feel this, I just feel this like giving, like you don't care. You're not drawing that back from anyone anymore, specifically yourself. You're just giving it. You're in love with your own energy right now because you're flowing with it. You're not fighting it. Don't fight it. Surrender. Yeah, my hand is doing this, and I just heard the word impulse. If you have this impulse to do something with your hands, to move things, allow your impulses to guide you. It sounds bad. Allow your impulses to guide you. That sounds very much like I don't know why. In my head, I'm like, it's a weird word to use. But it makes sense, right? Makes sense. We also have the confidence in your magic, right? You have I feel like you have this newfound confidence. Because of this karmic cycle, whatever it is that the collective is moving out of at this time, whatever the collective is clearing, right? We have all of this good clearing energy, which was an impulse for me to do. I was in prayer and I stopped just to do this and then start the video before I finished the prayer. This was an impulse. My impulse to do this I think that that's an example of a confidence in your magic, right? All right, sorry about that. I had to go to the bathroom. So I cut the video, but here we are. I honestly don't remember what I was saying about this energy, so I'm just gonna clear it out. I think that's what was said, what was needed to be said was said. All right, so we're gonna go with a different energy right now. I'm actually gonna use a different deck. I'm gonna do Native Spirit. I hope you guys are doing wonderful today. I don't want this video to be too long. I think the last one was at 23 minutes, which just seems like it went by super fast. So I'm gonna try and not have you guys here too long. I'm thinking like 45 minutes, okay? All right. Mother God, Father God, Heavenly Spirit, I thank you for holding the space while I had to use the restroom. Pray that I'm able to come back into the collective energy, download the messages that need to be downloaded, and communicated at this time. I heard the words honest giving. Giving without the need of anything in return, making sure that if you are giving gifts this season, that is the intention behind it. Otherwise, you're playing into something that is not of best intentions. So just be mindful of that. I just had like this vision of someone like asking for something really expensive, and the person who goes to buy that thing, they have the ability to buy it for them, and it's almost like they go to buy it, and then all of a sudden there's like this small little other gift but has a lot of meaning behind it that they end up getting instead. And both parties are really happy about this. It's like the person who is buying the gift has a deeper gratitude for being able to actually give that gift, and the person who's receiving the gift has a deep gratitude for being reminded of the small things. So just keep that in mind this season. Okay. I just heard relax into this new way of being. I think that goes with earlier. Earlier we were talking about the flow of change, right? This has a total like surrender feel, right? We got prayer feather and elder. I'm actually going to read prayer feather because we did talk about praying earlier. God asking you to come to God first. I keep hearing there's a deep wisdom, and it's coming from the elder card. So these are the two cards that we have out together. We have the elder card and the prayer card, and I'm almost like the self-divination, right? You coming to God first and praying for that thing. There's like a deep wisdom in that being. That's really funny. I just got reminded of something that I wrote down the other day that I want to share with you guys if I can find it. I have my Lodi stones next to me. I can't remember it off the top of my head, so let's see if I can find it. Okay, this is it. I think I actually had this during a reading. It says ask for guidance. It will come when you choose compassion over your own goals and desires. Which for me, this has to do with the intentions of what it is that you're giving and receiving this season. This is also giving, like, I just keep seeing the elder card with this statement. Ask for guidance, right? Prayer feather. Ask for guidance. It will come when you choose compassion over your own goals and desires. I don't even know if that was the one that I should have pulled. Anyways, I'm getting lost in this right now. It's just this, whatever this is, this concoction of burning. Okay. We're going to read prayer feather, right? I hope this is making sense. You guys, I'm here. We're here. It says love is flowing to you and through you, right? We were talking about that energy going to someone and then being filled up with that, right? So love is flowing to you and through you. No matter what an individual is saying or doing, love him or her anyway. Gather your inner forces silently and secretly, love deeply and fully with every ounce of your being, even if someone isn't fulfilling your expectations. This is a time to love and be loved. The time that you send out into the world, that's not right. This isn't correctly. The love that you send out into the world comes back to you 100-fold. It is written correctly, I just can't read. There are times when the small concerns of everyday life need to drop away and be replaced by the majesty of your being. This is that time. Prayer feathers are decorated feathers that can be used for many purposes. In some traditions, prayers are placed into the feather. You can hold it in your heart or between your hands as you focus on your prayer, and then tie it into a bush so when the wind blows, it carries the prayer to the Creator. That's cute. Another kind of prayer feather is a decorated feather or a decorated bundle of feathers that are used for smudging smoke ceremonies. So actually, that's really funny because that's kind of, see, this is hot now. It's kind of what I'm getting from this because I wanted to do, it's hot. I wanted to do a smudging ceremony today to clear out the energy before the winter solstice. And I'm getting like smudge ceremony vibes from this. Like if I had a feather, a designated feather, I could go through the house, but I can still just do whatever I have to do on this, right? The smoke is to cleanse the space as well as to carry your prayers upward. Yeah. I'm also going to read Elder. I'm not 100% sure where I was going with that statement. I hope that this tied in with that, but at this point, I should be a little bit more grounded than I am. So, yeah, it's all good. So, Elder is confidence, entering your power, standing strong. You are a leader, stepping into the light. Let your truth be heard and felt by others. We just talked about this earlier, right? Make a stand in life. You carry deep inner wisdom. You are a teacher and a leader in the deepest sense of the words. You are a beacon for others. I just keep seeing that flow, the energy from the mouth of somebody into somebody's like spirit, and it lighting them up and it renewing them and re-energizing them. Speaking life into them is what I just heard. Sometimes you might find yourself alone or tired, but know that what you're doing is making a difference in the lives of many, that ripple effect. The greatest leaders are those who know how to serve, supporting others to reach their dreams. Even if you've been in the background in the past, right now it's your turn to step forward and become the light for others. Yeah. There's, I just heard anointhood. So there's a lot of the collective is coming into this position of power, which is refreshing. It's quite refreshing. But it's more than power. It's different kind of leadership that's coming into play right now. That's being called forward. I'm going to put some more of this Utah sage on here. I really love this stuff. Let's put some of that on there. I'm going to put some more rosemary too. What are we at? 12? Okay, let's, we're going to do an ancestor card. I don't even know if I've used this deck on these readings yet. I don't think I have, because I actually I was gifted this deck when I was in Scotland in May. And oh, it smells good. Look at this bad boy. Look at it just go. I'm gonna find like a cooler spot here. There we go, collective. So I put some more of the Utah sage and rosemary on there, which I don't know where the rosemary is from, but that's okay. I got it in a gift. So. All right, we're gonna go with an ancestor. This is the ancestor spirit. Again, this is the deck that I was gifted in Scotland by a dear friend and a teacher, a mentor of mine. It says, notice the signs, investigate symbols, nature spirits. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and read that. Look at that. I opened up right to the page. Thank you. Okay, so it says, a distinct Celtic culture, and I was just talking about Scotland. Look at this. A distinct Celtic culture originated in Central Europe around 1200 BCE. The Celts gradually expanded their presence throughout Western Europe, arriving in the British Isles from 500 BCE. While customs varied, the tribes shared language and a core set of beliefs. The Celts were animus? I don't know what that means. Who thought everything in the natural world had its own spirit. Isn't that, never mind. They believed they could communicate with these nature spirits, and in turn that the spirits spoke to them through signs. Knowledge of these signs were passed down through song, story, art, and poetry. The Celts believed everything came in threes, which I actually believe too, such as the past, present, future, the earth, the sky, and the ocean, and the three phases of human life. Thus many Celts, which I don't know what that is, I'm going to have to research that. Thus many Celts symbolize a future. What? Thus many Celts symbols feature a trinity. Jesus. I'm saying that about my ability to read right now. The Triskelion, the triple spiral, I don't think that's how you say it, represents the movement from past to present to future, or from birth to death to rebirth. Okay, so it says, it is no coincidence that you have drawn this card today. Your spirit guides and past loved ones are trying to help you and want to get your attention. They will send a sign or message 3 times. So as you pay attention, make a note of any symbol or coincidences. You might find 3 coins, might meet 3 people with the same name, or be visited by 3 crows. As you get to know what each sign means, your spirit guides will continue to use them to get messages through to you. This card is a sign that the universe hears your wishes and prayers. Look for the signs the universe is sending to help you make a decision. Be honest about how you feel about a situation, because you need to be 100% certain of what you are choosing. Do not feel pressured or rushed by anyone. Take your time to weigh up all of the pros and cons. Once you have all of the information, you will be able to make a strong, confident choice. I really love that last part. Take time to analyze. Right now, I'm actually hearing that I can end it here. So I think we're going to do that. I'm going to shuffle a couple more times just to see. But I think that's a beautiful thing to end on. And I don't think that I need to say anything extra. So yeah, we're going to end it here. Thank you guys for being here. Happy winter solstice. Again, this was a winter solstice reading. Pay attention to any signs that you're getting right now. Give it to God first, right? And be mindful of the energy that you're putting into the things and what it is that you're getting back from the things, okay? So yeah, you guys have a beautiful winter solstice. Please don't forget to, if you're interested in it, I am going to be doing a video on the ancestor altar and some of the things that I'm doing for this Yule winter solstice season right now. All right. Love, love.